welcome back to the Rocks and Chains YouTube channel. My name's Fleur and today I'm going to show you how to make these little segments here called Vipera stars. So I'm just going to bring them a little bit closer to the camera just so you can see. So in this bracelet, I have this bracelet on my website. It's called the Vipera Stars and Roses bracelet, and as we can see I've linked it with some beautiful Mobius rings here. But this is what we're going to do today. So we're going to actually learn how to make this little segment here. So it's called a Vipera star. It does actually have two different sides. So you can see on this side you've got a beautiful look, but when you turn it over it's slightly different but equally as beautiful. So it's entirely up to you which side you work on or you wear, sorry, as long as they all face the same way if you're going to be making a bracelet like this, or you may want to alternate them so you get a different look every single one. It's entirely up to you. But to actually make this bracelet we only need two different sizes of jump rings. So we need one 6mm inner diameter jump ring made on a 1mm wire, so an aspect ratio of 6 for the centre jump ring, and then the 16 jump rings that are around there are all on a 3.75 inner diameter on a 1mm wire, giving you an aspect ratio of 3.75. So I'm going to do it in different colours just so you can see. Now some people do find this a little bit tricky to start with, but once you've got the hang of making them, they are very, very easy. Okay, so I'm just going to move the bracelet out of the way and I'm just going to bring in all the elements that I need to make them. So like I said, you only need 17 jump rings to be able to make this this unit. Let me just get the camera to focus on what we're doing. So the first thing we're going to do, so we've got 8 closed 3.5 jump ring, 3.75mm jump rings even. We've got 8 closed, I've got an 8 open. Okay, so I've got the open ones in 2 different colours just so you can see. So I've got my 6mm inner diameter, 8 closed 3.75 and then 8 open 3.75. So I'm just going to move those out the way to start with. Now with any chainmail all you need is 2 pairs of chain nose or flat nose pliers. In this case I've got a pair of each, so these are my chain nose. They're very fine tipped chain nose pliers, which makes it very, very easy for working in small spaces. I think these are absolutely fantastic. The other ones that I love are my Xuron ones. These are my flat nose pliers. Get them to focus. Again, you can see it's very small nose on these, but beautiful smooth inside jaws. So you're not going to mar any of your rings or mark them as you're working. And again, very fine nose on these so that I can do a lot more precision work, a little bit like what we're going to do now. So I'm going to pick up my 6mm jump ring and I'm going to add on all 8 of my closed jump rings. Now if you have got the Vipera Stars and Roses kit, you will have seen in that kit that you do get some practice jump rings in these colours. Okay, so you can follow along as you're making. I will put a link to the kit in the description below. It comes in 2 different metal types. It comes in sterling silver and silver plated copper. So it's entirely up to you which one you want. And I'm just going to close that jump ring up. Okay, so I've now closed that jump ring up. So I've now got all 8 captured on that single jump ring. I'm now going to take my next colour, which in this case is the gold, and I'm going to take 1 open jump ring and I'm going to attach it to a pair of rose gold jump rings. So you can see there I've just gone through 1 pair of rose gold jump rings and close. And again, take my next one, move along to the next 2 pairs of jump rings and go through and close. And you're going to do this till you've used all 4 of your jump rings and you've split the 8 original jump rings into 4 pairs. So I've got 2 more to do. There's my 3rd one. And then my last one is here, making sure that my closures are as good as you can get them so that they go together perfectly. you can always run your finger over the top of them as well. Okay, let's get that to focus. There we go. So now I'm going to lay this down so you can see. So now I've got four units. Okay, so I've got 2 units are here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it's a single jump ring attached to a double jump ring, which is then attached to the center unit. Okay, now I've got my next 4 jump rings already opened. It's always better if you have your jump rings opened ready while you're learning a new weave, just so it sort of flows a little bit better. So I'm going to keep my knotting all handy just so I can show you what the next stage is. So I'm going to pick up my little segment. Now we need to work on just two of these, okay? So you can see the gold jump rings are just at the top, and then my rose gold jump rings. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my gold jump rings into the middle. Now once we've chosen the middle, once we've chosen a side, we're going to stick to that side. So it's easier if you don't put this down at this point. Okay, let's see if I can zoom in. Okay, so we've now, all I've done is folded them over onto there. So we can see now that we've got the top jump rings now are the rose gold jump rings. Okay, so the gold jump rings are folded over and the rose gold jump rings are the furthest forward, whereas before the gold was the furthest forward. So if I just quickly bring this section in here, you can see the gold was the furthest forward. Just sort that out and get that one to sit straight. There we go. So we can see in our original piece the gold was the furthest forward. Now our rose gold are the furthest forward. Okay, now we're going to look at just 2 of the rose gold jump rings. So I want the inside left from the pair which is on my right on this side, and I want the inside on the pair which is on my left. Okay, so the 2 inside jump rings, and we can still see the gold jump rings underneath. So I'm just going to bring it really close. Okay, now can we see where these 2 jump rings cross over? Okay, so we can see that from the back we can go through the gold jump ring, and we can also go through the rose gold jump ring, so we can see the cross there. Okay, so for every connecting jump ring, and don't forget there's only 4 of them, we need to go through the eye of where the rose gold and the gold cross. So at the minute we're only talking about these 2 inner rose gold, but both of the gold. Okay, so the route that this jump ring needs to go in, I'm just going to move that one out of the way just so you can see. So the route that we need to go is we're going to come up through the eye of where the first pair of jump rings crosses over on the right hand pair, and we're going to go down through the eye of where they cross over on the left hand pair. Okay, that one's just escaped from underneath my thumb. There we go. So if you want to, you can get a little tiny bit of scrap wire and you can pop that through where you need to go, but I'm going to show you one more time before I put the jump ring in. So it's going to come through where the first pair on the right hand side, so this is the right hand side, it's going to come up through where they cross over and down where the opposite ones cross over. Okay, now at the minute this one's just in the way, but it's just because it wants to stay together as a pair. I'm just going to move that just so you can see a little bit clearly. Okay, so just one more time, I'll bring it as close as I can. So we're going to go up through the eye of where they cross over on the left hand jump ring and down through the eye of where they cross over, on the right hand jump ring, and then down onto the left hand jump ring. So I'm going to pick up my jump ring. I'm going to come up through where they've crossed over, and then just turning my wrist. So all I'm doing is just turning my wrist, and I come down through where they cross over on the right hand side. Now I'm trying to do this at arm's length, so just bear with me. So you can see there now that we've got them all captured, okay? So I'll do that one more time for you. Okay, so there's what I've got at the minute. So I'm going to come up through the cross on the right hand pair of jump rings and down through the cross on the left hand pair of jump rings. Okay, and then I'm going to close this jump ring up. Now this jump ring sometimes doesn't want to sit properly, so we can see at the minute it looks like this. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're just going to fold it backwards, and we can see now we've got that lovely look, that lovely sort of like splayed out look with these two jump rings. Okay, so if I just pop it back, so when I did it up it was like this, and we can see that all four jump rings are together, so the rose gold are touching, flanked by the gold on either side, and all I need to do is just turn it so it's then facing outwards. I'm now going to move along, so I'm moving anti-clockwise, and I'm going to fold over the next gold jump ring. Okay, and now we've got exactly the same. So because this first jump ring went in place, that's now actually holding this left hand jump ring open. So all we need to look at is the right hand jump ring. Yeah, so can you see there that this is the loose jump ring? This one here is held in place. So all I need to do now is just hold the new one that I folded over in place, get my cross, remove that knotting all, and again come up through where they cross over, and this one is already held into place, so I'm going to go down through the gold and then out through the back of the rose gold. Okay, so it's just where they cross over, so I'll just do that one more time so we can see the eye. I'll just leave that there and I'll show you where the eye goes. So it's just there where they cross over. Okay, so I'll just pick that jump ring back up, make sure it goes through where I want it to go through, and then down through the eye from that pair. Okay, so we can see there where that jump ring's gone, and again I'm going to close that jump ring up, and there we've got our next one in place. We're going to turn our work. This is the last gold jump ring that needs to be held in place, although we do have two more connections to do, but we're just going to fold that jump ring over so it's sitting again. Now we know that the left hand one is already in place. Let me just get that to focus. We know that the left hand one is already in place because this previous silver jump ring's held it in place. So there's my left hand jump ring. So all I need to do now is find my right hand eye, which is there. Okay, you can see where it crosses over. So I'm just going to hold that in place, pick up my next pair of jump rings, going through those two where they cross, and then like we said before, this one's already held in place because the previous jump ring, one's trying to jump on before it needs to. There we go. So again, we're going to go through the right hand pair and then down through the left hand pair. Okay, so you can see there, the rose gold just slipped off as I moved it. And then we're going to close this jump ring up as well, making sure that we've got a nice closure. Come on, focus. Your closures will be better than these ones, it's just that I'm trying to work at arm's length. So we can see now that we have 3 of our connecting jump rings in place. So our last one can be a little bit tight because obviously everything's already forced into place. So we don't have to hold anything, but to make this unit nice and stable, it has to be just a little bit more tighter, if you like. So it's just because there is just enough space for this jump ring to go through. I'm just going to pop those pliers down just so you can see. So there is just enough space for this jump ring now to go through all 4 and to complete our star unit. Okay, so I'll just show you that again. Doesn't want to come out now, it's gone in there, look. So I've gone through the cross on the right hand pair and through the cross, or through the eye of the left hand pair, and close that up. And there you have your Vipera star unit. That's one side and that's the other. And then to connect them, if you want to connect them, or you might want to keep them as earrings or a pendant, to connect them, all I've done is choose which side you want them to look forward and make sure that they're all the same if you want that look, and then just connect via one of the sort of like slanting jump rings that are here in between the V. So if you look on that side, you can see where the V is. So if I show you on the one that's got the colours, so it would be the gold. It would be the gold jump ring that's there. And that's your Vipera star unit all completed. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below and I'll get straight back to you. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye.